What's up, everybody? What is up? I am Jeanette Greenwood. I'm excited. Let me get my glasses straight. Excited about being on tonight, y'all. I have some amazing guests coming on the show, so I'm going to give everybody time to get in. I have my remote. Y'all wonder why I'm looking that way? Well, it might be that. I don't know. I like to see myself on the 50-inch screen. So I go to YouTube. I'm running a little late. I've been in meetings all day, y'all. And I go to YouTube and I click the live. And let me tell y'all something. You don't have to wait for somebody to put you on the big screen. Put yourself on the big screen. So y'all wait while I put myself on the big screen. Okay. So I'm super excited, y'all, about my guest tonight. We have some amazing guests that are coming on with this amazing film that has made its way to Texas Indie Filmmaker Award. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. I actually got a chance to watch this film myself. And, I started out good and, like, oh, and then I went, oh, then it got, oh, oh my God. It was so touching and so true. And I think what really got me, and I know I'm kind of jumping ahead, but that's all right. I'll engage my guest anyway. But my grandmother, she wasn't diagnosed with Alzheimer. And to be honest with you, I'm sure I will be educated tonight because she was diagnosed with dementia. And I'm not sure honestly what the total difference is in dementia, which that's going to be one of my questions. Maybe they know between dementia and Alzheimer, but I think some of the symptoms are very similar because some of the things that I saw in the film, it reminded me of my grandma. So those were my awe moments when I was like, oh my God. Oh wow. So this is a very, very intense film, I feel. And it's something that I think we all can benefit from. And we have our guest actually logging in now. And we have one backstage, but we're really super excited to have them on the show tonight. And for those of you that are just logging in, y'all may not know exactly what's going on. So I want to inform you. So I'm with Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards. I'm actually Jeanette Greenwood. I'm the CEO and founder of Ladies in Film and Television. And we are actually hosting our first annual Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards show this year, May 25th of 2023. So the award show is basically to acknowledge and give some what should we say, praise to the indie filmmakers. We have music videos, we have documentary, short feature, talk shows, and children filmmakers. Yes, children, young people. Let me not just say children, but young people. And so we are definitely here to promote, encourage, and just show off our Texas independent filmmakers. The show has the tickets is actually going on sale, and we'll be submitting the live ticket for the public tonight after this show. So you will be able to get that information after this show. But this film that we're actually going to introduce to you guys is a film, like I say, is something that many of us has already experienced, and it's just in my opinion educational. It's very educational to see both sides in this film, because what we see is the caregiver side of the story as well as the actual person that's going through it, and and the children. So this covers so many areas of Alzheimer, which is definitely going to be something that we all um, are going to enjoy to learn. Thank you all for joining in. Please hit the share button, bring people into the room, and because I want to make sure that everybody get a chance to enjoy what we're going to talk about tonight. And let me just get the trailer up. So what we're going to do is get that up, and we want to show the trailer as well. It's like I say, it's a dynamic film, and we're super excited about our guest, Theo Bray, who's going to be joining us live. And if you are on, say hello and shout out and all that good stuff, because we have an actress that was actually in the film backstage as well, Shauna Lindsay, and dynamic actress, and we enjoyed watching her on screen. So yeah, we got a good conversation going. So welcome, and let me give you some house rules real quick. If you come into the room, y'all, we can't see you. This is not like a live forum, you know. So what I asked our guests to do is to just type in comment, give some hearts, say hello, so I know and they know who's supporting them. Okay. And we appreciate y'all support. So hey, we have Miss Angela Chapman. Angela, you know what? You are so sweet. I mean, she's actually one of the finalists. She has a documentary that's in the award show that made it, and she's always logging in to support the other finalists. I love it. Thank you, Angela, for joining us tonight. This is going to be a really, really good show. And while Theo is logging in, I'm gonna talk about him behind his back, y'all. I don't know how much behind his back it is because it's live and he can go replay and find out what I said. But he actually, y'all, went to try to get a little quieter place, and I didn't know he was doing that. So he definitely got me nervous because he had to drive. And y'all know what's out there? I say, Theo, why you didn't let them kids, them children, they're gonna be. I say, I got kids. Put that baby in your lap. They can get on this screen. I'll talk to the baby. We all will be saying goo goo gaga. And we family. Don't you go risk it. So y'all know he in trouble when he get on. So I'm letting y'all know ahead of time. You know, I appreciate the respect, and he wanted to make sure we have a good show. But I would not have a good show if something happened to him. Okay. Shauna back there laughing. I see you, Shauna. She back there laughing at me. But I'm serious. We would have been goo-gooing and gaga with all them kids. Put them on. He don't know I love the kids. I love the kids. That's right, Angela. We are family. Hi, Miss Annie. Miss Annie is on. We're waiting on Theo. He's logging in, y'all. And yes, he left home to go to his office, y'all, in this storm, so it would be quiet. So he better tell me that his office is like down the street and he really put on some ice skates and skated on down there. Because if he, yeah, I appreciate that. Here's what I found. But my phone stopped talking. I appreciate that, but it makes me nervous. But yeah, he was worried about the kids interrupting the show because I told him, I said, we got kids. I love kids, baby. I would tell them I wouldn't even talk to Theo. I'd be talking to them babies. What y'all talking about? You know, kids are interesting, and they say the darndest things too. So we're gonna go ahead and show the trailer first. And I'm gonna then after we show the trailer, if Mr. Theo is not back, we do have another special guest backstage, but I think he's working on getting everything set up. So y'all give me a second, and I am going to present to you the trailer. Okay. Y'all can stop looking at me for a second. I know y'all like looking at me, but for a second, y'all gonna have to just breathe, okay? Without me. All right, here we go. This is the trailer, y'all. Y'all don't tell me I just played this and y'all say no sound. Okay, let me play this again. She said no sound. It's okay. Let me try this again. Somebody said no sound. No sound, Angela. Is that correct? Because I need y'all to hear the sound. It's more music, but I need y'all to hear that. So give me a second. I will do this again. Share screen. It says tab audio. That's weird. I'm going to play it again. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, hold up just 1 second. The devil is a lie. I'm not sure why it's not playing the sound. Okay, it's making me look like I don't know what I'm doing. There's a button here that says share audio, and you click that button, and then you hit. I'm gonna try this one more time. 3 times is a charm, y'all. Thank you, Tammy. Y'all type in there again. We're gonna try this again. We got Theo backstage also. So hi Theo, I see you backstage, but we're gonna try to show this again with some sound this time. Y'all, please come on, y'all, pray with me. We need the sound. Hold on, everybody. Y'all know I'm real picky. I didn't like the way that looked. Y'all know I'm picky. So hold on. Let me get it right. And I thank y'all for letting me know that if it's showing or not. I appreciate y'all. So let me try this again. I tried it a different way. Sometimes YouTube be messing stuff up. Y'all, it's not me. I'm gonna blame somebody else. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure I got this right. So just one moment. Let's try this again. All right, I think we got it right that time. Please tell me y'all heard everything. All right. All right. What? All right, I think we got it right. Yes. See, I'm up there on the screen. I'm loud. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your patience. And y'all know how I can mess up stuff at times. Thank y'all so much for y'all patience. Without further ado, y'all, we have our special guest backstage, Mr. Theo Bray and Miss Shauna Lindsay. I am going to bring them to the stage and thank y'all. Remember, we can't see you. So out of respect and out of love to my guests, y'all know the house rules. Hit those hearts real fast. Throw a bunch of them out there, put them in. That's the way we clap around here, okay? So show them some love. Give them some hearts. Welcome to our stage, Mr. Theo Bray and Shauna Lindsay. Hi.
Great to be with you today. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. And I talked about you behind your back. So I don't know if it's really behind your back because you can kind of go back and replay to find out what I said. But I told him, I said, he didn't went travel to his office to have quiet. And I told him, I said, what? You should have been at home with them kids loud because I got 4 upstairs. I got one on the game right now. I say I'm going live. Stop all that hollering on that Xbox, okay? Okay.
Well, I definitely got to go check the replay out.
I said he could have put them kids in them lap because I would have been talking to them. They would have been talking to me. They would have been like, hey, Amy. I was like, hey, baby. So trust me, it would have not been a problem. Do you know how many grandkids I got? You don't, but I'm gonna tell you, I have 29.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Grandkids. So now you know, right? What our Christmas and all that stuff look like around here.
Mm-hmm. So you used to a lot of noise.
Yes. I grew up in a big family. So the next time you come to interview with me again, bring them babies to me, okay?
I got you.
So Theo, it is such a blessing to have you on the show and Miss Shauna Lindsay. Oh my God. I've shown the clip. The trailer out there. And let me tell you, I literally got a chance to sit and watch this film. And I was sharing with the audience earlier. I started out like, oh. And then it went from, oh. Let me just say, and I think you're going to be able to help me with my ignorance when it comes to Alzheimer, because I shared with the audience earlier, some of the things that made me cry was because my grandmother, we lost her in 2020. She caught COVID, she was actually, when she caught COVID, she had a heart. My grandmother was 95. She had a heart attack, but she was like, I didn't know I had a heart attack. I ain't had no heart attack. He was like, yeah, you did. So they put her in rehab. And right while she was in rehab, COVID hit. So, they were all stuck in this facility. She ended up catching COVID and she was diagnosed with first stage dementia. But catching COVID took her from first stage to final stage. She beat COVID, but she ended up not being able to walk anymore. It just took her body down. And even though prior to that, some of the things that I saw in the movie with the Alzheimer, she had dementia. So it was similar to me. But we're going to talk about that later because I want to first let everybody find out who is Mr. Theo Bray. You out here doing it. I'm all on your page looking, and he accepted my friend. I didn't know we weren't friends. I was like, we not friends? What's up with that?
I thought we were friends.
I did too. All this. I mean, probably because you were sharing public and I shared public, so I didn't know. But we friends now. You accepted my friend request. But I want to know, you do a lot. You're an actor. you're a writer, you direct, you produce. What else? I mean, where all this come from? Tell us about Theo.
I don't know. I just I like to consider myself a vessel. I used to give myself titles. I used to say I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. I don't do that anymore. I just because this journey with the arts is something that I came back to almost 9 years ago, and I thought it was something that was over in my life. I had moved on and I was doing some different things, but God had need of me back in the arts, and so I'm back. So I write, I direct, I produce. I'm a minister of the gospel. I'm a personal power coach. I do a lot of different things. So I don't really put a title on myself.
Wow. Did I hear minister?
Yeah.
I can see that. I mean, I can see that. I can in you. Well, that's a beautiful thing right there in itself. Okay. That's a beautiful
I do a little
thing.
spoken word too. I forgot about that. I'm a spoken word artist.
Okay. All right. I write a little poetry here and there, a little poetry. A little something. But so let me this film. It man, I mean, I can't wait till we can share we just accidentally share your reviews with you yet, did we?
I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't heard anything.
You will know. Then you haven't got them. Good job, because we don't want. I can't wait till we can share them. We can't share them now because the event is not over. But you will get your reviews, and of course, you had to get some kind of good review to be a finalist. So you know that, but you just don't know what was said about your film. So we will share that with you when time permits. But I agree with the reviews, with the judge's review. I wasn't the judge. I was just being nosy reading what they said. But I agree with it, what was said. And that film, what inspired you to write this film? And tell us a little bit about it. I know it. The audience don't.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually write this one. The writers of the film was Wanda Williams, who the story is based around, and Samara Gibbs. Those are the writers of the film, and Margaret Z with Puritan Productions, the producer, and I just came on to direct.
Okay, awesome. So let me tell you, that story, man. And Shauna, you were the lead in this, right?
Yes, I was one of them. I actually played Mrs. Wanda Williams, spouse to Horace in the film.
Yes.
Opposite Theo.
And you look so different. I almost didn't know that was you. I'm like, I don't want to embarrass myself, but is that her? You look so different off screen. But let me tell you, you did a dynamic job. How was it? And Theo, I mean, dude, you mastered this. Like, if I didn't know no better, I'm like, this dude got Alzheimer. What was it like to kind of get yourself in this role to prepare for this? How did you do it?
It's as an actor, some roles you just don't think about it. You just jump in, you just dive in. And I think when you play a role like this, you just got to let it all hang out and just not be afraid of what it might look like. And so obviously I did a lot of research. I spent some time with the family. I was able to go over to the house. I saw videos, my own personal study. I was able to even hear some audio files of Mr. Williams. So it was a lot that I did to prepare. And then I pulled on some personal stuff. I had an aunt who suffered from it as well. And so I kind of went back down memory lane a little bit and borrowed some of that.
Wow. Yeah. Well, let me just tell you, you prepared. It was very touching. And like I say, you really prepared well for this role. And like I say, if I didn't know no better, I would have thought man. And Shauna, how was it playing the role of the wife, being the caregiver? Being a caregiver is not easy. And because I'm married. I've been married. Me and my husband, we've been, Lord, how long I've been with that man? 24 years. Let me see, it's been so long. It'll be 25 this year. That's why I was up here thinking, like, how long? And let's just be honest. We're not getting any younger. To God be the glory. That's what we get married to, grow old together.
Right.
Yeah. But how was it? It made me think literally about my marriage. About the sickness and health part. I'm like, oh my God. We don't think about those things when you're in marriage. You think about right now, we still young, but then sickness hit.
Yeah.
What was it like playing that role? And has it piqued your thought? I don't know if you're married or not, but
I am married. And me and my husband have been married for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it did, being in that role, it did make me think about a lot. You just mentioned the sickness and health part, and, being in that role was really a testimony. I'm just experiencing or trying to live out what they experienced really shows that level of love and that unconditional love in sickness and health. Mrs. Williams really did exemplify that in her marriage, and you can see that in this film. But yeah, it was difficult. There were a lot of different emotional experiences I had, the ups and the downs, just going through that and playing that role and living out, being in that role, going into those places, living out those deep places of heartache and just grieving, like throughout the whole process, because it's a progressive disease. Alzheimer's is, and you can see that in the film, just those ups and downs that Ms. Williams experiences, and how she gets through it is through the grace of God, leaning on Him and asking Him for help throughout that process. Yeah.
Wow. This film needs, I don't know where else has it been shown, because this film needs, Netflix, somebody, where else is it showing?
Well, currently it's on Tubi and Amazon.
Okay. Good. So y'all heard that. Tubi and Amazon. Let me hold up, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm missing some stuff. I done got so caught up in this film. So y'all can find out the name of it. It's Lavished with Grace. Our Alzheimer story. That should have been running. I'm sorry. But and for those of you, y'all might want to screenshot, and go and get your phones and screenshot it when it scroll back by, so you can go to Tubi and Amazon, right?
Yep.
And
Amazon
you can go
Prime.
check this movie out. Y'all run them up on Tubi. I'm serious. I didn't know it was on Tubi. I was trying to be discreet, because, I don't know where people's stuff is and stuff like that, because I know y'all but I'm glad to know that it's out there, that it is being shown, because it needs to be shown. So now that I know, I will be pushing it as well. I'll go find some links and I'll be posting it as well. So I'm serious. So people can get this, because it's important, and people need to know about this, and especially being a caregiver. Theo, being you were the director and the actor. How did you do that? How did you?
I've done it before. You know, I've acted and directed in films before. So obviously the preparation is that much more because you're doing both. But it's just a challenge that I embrace. I remember the producer, funny story, like as we were leading up to production, she was like, how are you going to pull off the acting and the directing of this? And I just told her, she laughed at me, and I said these words to her. I said, the real ones rise.
Oh, okay. The real ones rise.
So
I like
yeah,
that.
I embrace challenges. I've been like that all my life.
Wow. So how long have you been in the industry? Because you're acting, and which one started first? Directing, acting. How did all this come about?
So my love of acting started when I was in high school. It was my high school's last attempt to try to reach a troubled kid. And,
Oh,
over the years, just began to pursue some other callings. And then almost 9 years ago, I came back to it. Evelyn Jones Reed was when I came back to acting. She gave me my first role. And after that, um, I don't know, I just got that bug, and, just a lot of doors began to open since 2014.
wow. My girl Evelyn. See there, she's such a blessing. So which
She is.
project was that? Which play was that in with Evelyn?
It was. It was Hallelujah, He Reigns.
Okay. Hallelujah, he reigns. And 9 years ago, and you got
Yeah.
back. You said something. You said your school, that was the last attempt from your school for a troubled kid, youth.
Yeah.
What they
Yeah.
mean? What they mean?
Don't let these glasses fool you.
Okay, tell us. Tell us the truth. I'm real nosy. I'm real transparent. So help us
No, I
out.
mean, no, I mean, like I said, just in and out of trouble. And, school brought in a lot of different mentoring programs and different things like that. I played sports. None of that stuff really had an impact on me. It wasn't until I got in the theater arts program at the school that probably for the first time in my life, I began to care about something. Because when you pursue the arts, especially this art form, you can't have a lackluster performance when you come to rehearsal, and also if you decide you want to miss, you can be replaced. So acting taught me early on that I was not invincible, that I could be replaced, and it gave me a level of accountability and discipline that was lacking in my life.
Wow. And that spoke to me, and that encouraged me, because my organization, prior to us changing the name, we rebranded in 2020 to Ladies in Film and Television. We started out in 2009 as Headline Mentors in Performing Arts, and that's what we started out with, working with at-risk youth. And to see you and telling me that acting, and most kids, you think football, sports, that's what people want to say. But in your case,
Nah.
none of that stopped you from doing whatever you was doing out there. But when you got into acting, it
Right.
was it grabbed you. What
Yep.
was it about acting that grabbed you?
I don't know. It just seemed like the stakes were like, super high. In a football game, you have a bad play, you got 4 quarters, to try to come back from something like that. But you have a bad performance. I mean, what do you do about that?
You come back.
In the middle of a play, just like film, you can retake it. But in a live theater
Okay.
production, you got one take.
You got one chance. That's right.
Yeah.
You got one opportunity. Wow. Well, I'm glad that we're able to see this Theo, um, where you were able to allow the arts to help you to make that change in your life. And I know God was the top of it all, because you already said you were a minister, and
Yeah.
it was all in God's plan for you to do the things you do. Are you represented? You have an agent?
Not at the moment. When I lost my dad recently, I was represented at the time, but I just kind of told my agent at the time I just wanted to kind of be on hiatus for a minute, and so not at the moment.
Okay. Well, I see that will be coming back. It's not, I mean, it'll be back, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and especially when it's for your own mental health. My condolences to
Absolutely.
you. My condolences to you and the loss of your father. So I'm proud of you to say that you took a step back, because um, I'm just being honest. Y'all know, I'm honest. We as a Black people, we don't feel like we've been taught, because to be strong, and being strong
Right.
is not always strong. We will push, 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 go, go, go. Whatever our feelings is, we hide them, and sometimes they come out in other ways that are not so nice. They become aggressive, or they say we too much and we extra and all this, because why? We walking around and we're hiding, versus
Right.
saying, I gotta sit down, I gotta stop, I gotta breathe. I'm grieving. I'm proud of you as a Black man to say, I had to step back. Who wants to tell their agent that? Nobody, because you're thinking I'm gonna lose,
Right.
but you took care of you. So
Right.
kudos to you. I'm serious. Right now, we've all experienced this pandemic. People have lost so many loved ones to COVID and everything else that's going on. So I'm glad that you took care of your personal mental health. That's good, and you continue to do that. Continue to do that.
And that's what even drew me to this story. When they reached out to me about directing, because of all the films that I've seen that deal with dementia and Alzheimer's, I have never seen anything that dealt with it through the eyes of people of color.
Right.
And I just felt like it was just something that people needed to see, and so we wanted to show not just I think the prevailing thing that we see throughout is that it's a love story, but number two, I wanted to show the humanity of the caregiver, and just to be able to go through their whole journey, the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
And it is truly a beautiful love story, y'all. And you two blew it out the park. It's a beautiful love. When I tell you, Shauna, I started acting right in my marriage. I think after I watched that movie, I went and hugged my husband, told him how much I love him, and I started acting a little bit better, because I just, I literally, and y'all can laugh at me, but I'm serious. I put myself in your Shauna's character in that place. And then I thought about my husband, who's, I'm a young tender. He about 8 years older than me, y'all. He got a little young tender. But he don't look like it, though. I hate saying that. When people see him, they be like, he's younger than you, then I get mad. But he older than you, then I get mad. But I did put myself in those places, and I applauded you as the wife. And that one scene, I ain't gonna say it because y'all need to go look at it. But y'all saw her on the floor. I'm not gonna tell y'all why she was on the floor. Y'all need to go watch this movie. I'm gonna share the links. But I was like, about time. That's all I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm. When you hit that floor, I said, it's about time. What was going on in your mind? Because you played that to the point. What was going on in your mind during that scene? Did you practice that, or was that just spontaneous?
Well, it was a tough moment. I think it was just a build up, in being in that scene. And then, just kind of over the days of filming, it was a buildup of emotions, and also going to those places. May have been something that I had experienced in my past that was a heartbreaking situation as well. So just kind of tying in just the buildup of those emotions of being living that life out in that moment, of playing that character, a real life woman, Mrs. Williams, and what she was going through. The actions that had just taken place right before that, is what all of those things combined really is what took me there. So yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It was a really difficult role to play emotionally because of those spaces, those places that I had to go to. So yeah, just all those things combined, drawing from personal experiences and just being in that moment in the buildup of playing this character and what she was going through and experiencing with the love of her life deteriorating right before her eyes, and experiencing all these things that were so uncharacteristic, which is what Alzheimer's disease can do. It can do to an individual that develops this disease. It has a way of dealing with their emotions. They're not even the same person. So she was dealing with all of that in that moment. So yeah, it was extremely difficult. It was very hard.
You said something, and that's kind of what when I said I started acting better, started like, hey baby, because you're looking at the same person, but they're not the same person. They may not even know who you are. I couldn't even imagine being with my husband as long as we've been together, and I walk in the room and he don't know me. Oh Lord, I got tears about to come out my eyes now just to think about that he don't even know me. Literally, he's serious. He don't. I mean, and it sounds like you've gone through this with your family or somebody you know closely. No,
I have not had a personal experience with Alzheimer's, but I have experienced deep loss.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and so, just pulling from that in itself, just going to those places, is difficult.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own process, but at that time, that was one of the processes that I was experiencing, is dealing with some personal things that I'd gone through, along with the buildup and playing this character. But yeah, life, it makes you think, life is really short, and we really do need to cherish, those moments with our loved ones, like every single day. Because it's so easy, to take things for granted and to take people for granted. But, I'm glad that this film had that type of effect on you. And I hope that, when other people see it, that it has that same or similar effect on them as well. And ultimately, we wanted God to get the glory,
right,
in this too. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, and how did you, on your casting, because you did a dynamic job on casting, let me just say, so did you cast, or you already knew her? How did you get her in this role?
Well, wow. So first of all, I was cast as actor first, and then I was asked to direct. And after being chosen to be cast as the actor and then the director, then I was asked for different recommendations, and Shauna was definitely one of the recommendations that given, and also the young lady Charity Higgins, who played the daughter Sonia. She was a recommendation as well.
Wow. Well, whoever recommended, kudos, because the casting was dynamic. I be critiquing and watching everything because I love BET, whoever y'all watch, Oscar director, I love it.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Stacey Martin also. Shout
Okay.
out to Stacey Martin. She played the aide, and so she was the one that had to deal with Mr. Williams when he was going through this
Really?
this journey the most, and so gave the family a bit of reprieve, if you will. And so she did a phenomenal job in the story.
So wait a minute. So the lady that played the aide was his aide in real life?
No. I was just shouting
Okay.
her out as fast. Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, heck, they okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. Well, hey, I was gonna say now this thing got
Yeah.
real deep and twisted. Now look at here. So this is a true story.
Yes.
True story.
True story. Because I think at the end
55.
I saw. Go ahead.
No, over the journey is about a couple and their love for God and one another over 50 years of marriage, and this journey of Alzheimer's chronicles about 12 years. So, from early onset to mild to the severe case of Alzheimer's.
So she went through this for 12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all, I'm telling you guys, y'all gotta see this movie. Yeah, I mean, oh, man. And I can see because I saw the way that the appearance started changing, that it the way it was written, that y'all to show the time periods were lapsing, but to know that this is a real true story, and this lady actually went through this for 12 years. Let me tell y'all, I see somebody say installing the Tubi app now. I got it on my TV. So if you got one of them little smart TVs, if you got a little dumb TV, you're going to have to use your phone. But if you got one of them little smart TVs, you can install Tubi on your big screen. I lays in my bed with my remote and I watch Tubi. Okay. So it's on Tubi and Amazon, y'all. The movie is called, Lavished with Grace, Our Alzheimer Story. What, Theo, ladies first, I'm sorry, Shauna, what other projects and things that you got going on? Because I would love to see you in more. What else? Where can we find you?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm a singer and I write songs as well. So I have some music out there on iTunes and multiple media music platforms. But I mean, I've been in a few other films. I've done some other work with Theo. We did another film that was actually based on true events, called Slocum. A Texas Massacre. Gosh, I just recently did a live off-Broadway play late last year, where I played a civil rights attorney. And I'm also going to be doing that again in about a week and a half or so. So we'll be in Austin. So if you're in Austin, on February 12th, come out and watch. I'll be playing again, civil rights attorney in Justice on Trial, an off-Broadway play. Yeah, I mean, I've done some other roles where I played a doctor. I did a film, it was a multi-award winning film called 54 Years Late, based on a real life true story as well, about a African-American couple, and the spouse, Terry Wright, husband of Michelle Wright, who it takes them 54 years, the medical community 54 years to give him the proper diagnosis. Yeah, I've done that. I've played like a TV personality in a film called Glory News. played a mom in another film, My Sweet Buttercup, which was also another very emotional role. Done some voice work, just, kind of a variety of things. But yeah, up for me next is going to be the play in about a week and a half.
Wow. Well, congratulations. And now, as far as your music, is it under your name, Shauna Lindsay, or is there a stage name? How do we find that music? I'm going to type this in.
Yes. It's under my name, Shauna Lindsay.
Okay.
So,
and it's on all platforms?
Pretty much all music platforms. Like I said, iTunes, Apple iTunes, Spotify. Got some stuff on YouTube.
And what genre are you singing? I kind of figure in my mind, but I want to hear you. I'm just guessing in my mind.
Well, the majority of things that I have released have been in the Christian music category. Yeah.
Okay. So gospel music?
Yes, gospel.
Okay.
And inspirational. Yeah.
I'm going to look you up. I love gospel. I sing as well.
Wonderful. Anyway. Okay, I'd love to hear you as well. So let me know how I can check you out.
I don't have music nowhere. I just sing around, praise and worship at the church house. That's about it.
That's the best way, really.
Yes, it is. I enjoy it. I'm not complaining. I thank God for every opportunity.
Yeah.
So Theo, now what do you got going on? I mean, so much. We ain't got that many minutes, Theo.
Okay. Let's see. I've got a project getting ready to start in March called Grandin. And so we'll be shooting that for about a week. And I'm really interested in that, excited about that. You might find like a little trailer that I posted in the past. We had formerly called it Grandpa, but the title got changed to Grandin. And so excited about that. Another project called A Time to Love, a project in Wisconsin called The Wafer King. And I've got, there's a project that we did a few years back called Witness. And what we decided to do was create a trilogy. And so we are filming part 3 right now. So it's called Witness 2. So Witness TOO.
Oh, I saw that out there. Okay.
Yeah, and Gumbo is another film that I'm working on. I play a crooked DA. So, people get a chance to see my villain come to the screen in that one. A host of other projects, but that's, for now, that's just a few.
He said just a few. You're so modest. Just a few. Okay. Well, I mean, I actually just saw that the what was it, the one with the something too. I just was looking at that on your page. So I'll definitely go check out some of your projects. I mean, you really doing a lot of beautiful.
I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention one of my own personal projects. God willing, right around Mother's Day, we will be premiering a film called Blind Trauma. And Shauna is actually in that one as well. It's a romantic thriller, and it tackles the male perspective of intimate partner violence.
Oh, okay. And how you gonna forget your own? I'm glad you remembered. I'm glad you remembered. So, oh my God.
I was trying to remember. I'm sorry.
You got a lot going on. Trust me, I get it. I have my granddaughter. Let me tell you, she is my brain, because she helps me remember everything, honey. I be forgetting stuff. Granny, you're supposed to do this. So don't feel bad. It's and you talking about them children that you got at home. They will make you forget everything. Let me tell you about it. So, oh my God. So I know, Shauna, both of you are up for awards. We're super excited about it. Theo, you're gonna be out of town that weekend, right?
I know. I hate that. That's my birthday weekend.
Yeah, he already had some stuff planned. But my thing is, we got some exciting stuff. We actually I can't share it yet, but I still make sure you get this information, but we have something very exciting in the works for the finalists. Some nice stuff that we've been in talks with other agencies, because we definitely want to get you guys all the exposures, what I'm trying to say, and opportunities as best we can, because there's a lot of talent in Texas. Let me just say this without my big mouth telling everything. People are out of the state looking at what we're doing in Texas. And the meeting that I had today, they are not from Texas. And let me just say, they're here to represent and support what we're doing in Texas. So I'm super excited about the Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards. Shauna, I look forward. Shauna, you're going to be there, right?
I'm hopeful to be there. Yes.
All right. If God says the same, y'all know how we do. If the Lord say the same, I plan on it. But I look forward to seeing you there, and I know you're going to represent the film very well. And Theo, I tell you, we're going to miss you from being there, but I know you're going to definitely represent that night from wherever you are. You're going to represent that night. I hope you have a good time, because I know you're going to be like, oh my God, what's going on? I know, because if it was me, if I was in your shoes, I'd be like, oh my God, what is going on? What's happening? I better be like, put me on FaceTime, Shauna.
Right. I'll have my phone and you see me.
Give me
doing that, what's going on.
I know, right? Put me on FaceTime. But it has been a pleasure, y'all. Look, I mean, even though we started a little late, this time goes by so fast when you're having such a good time. I just want to tell both of you, thank you so much. Yeah. We were definitely going to follow. I will be posting the links as well to your film, to the film, so we can this film and put it out there so people can go and check it out. Since it is out there and open for the public, some of the films that we've interviewed, they're not open to the public, but this one is. So I want to definitely use our platform to promote and show people how to go and check it out, because it's definitely a film to watch. And when I tell you, y'all, both of these, and the young lady is not on here tonight, but this cast, oh my God, is dynamic. And let me just tell y'all showed up and showed out for this project. So whoever is over it and wrote it or whatever, the writers, amazing work as well to them, so they can replay if they're out there listening. Yes. Amazing job on the writing. It was amazing, and congratulations on your nomination. I wish you all the best. Close us out, Theo, minister, whatever. Give us some words of encouragement before we leave. Let the Lord use you.
No, just even in this season of life, He's the God of all grace, and whatever it is that you have need of, He wants to provide and supply your every need. And so thank you for all that you do for our arts community and Texas indie filmmakers, ladies in film and television. Super grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. And Shauna, definitely have some closing words for us as well.
Oh, wow. I just thank you guys so much for having us. Congratulations to all the finalists. Thank you guys for, the nomination. It's really cool for, our entire cast and crew. So we appreciate that so much. And, for those of you guys, that y'all watch the film, just know, I hope that you guys can really take in the message from this film, just seeing the love between this couple, yes, that God is in the center of their relationship, and know that if you're going through Alzheimer's, that you're not alone. Those feelings that you're feeling, those ups and downs are real, they're valid, and know that you're not alone, that you can lean on the Lord, and He can help you get through His grace, and just by having faith in Him, and no matter what you're going through, whether it be Alzheimer's or just in life. So just remember that.
Wow, I love it. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to sleep good tonight with all this that just happened, and the kind words and the anointing that just flowed through here. I thank y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all. Congratulations again. And to all of you that are out here listening, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight. And go watch that film. I'll be posting the information. Thank y'all, and have a good night, everybody. Good
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank y'all.